Merry Christmas. I thought I would read a little bit, and here it is. He puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you, Grinch, for coming to visit. And someone's at the front door. It's perfect timing. Oh, and Yetta's back. Hi, Yetta.
Hi.
You missed the Grinch.
Well, I know he puzzled a lot, and then he got it figured out. And his question, he asked me about it, was, what is the best gift you've ever received? What is that gift that you're just so grateful that you got?
The gift I'm so grateful I got was you.
Oh, that's nice. Oh. And type in chat, what are those gifts that you were given that you just thought, wow, that was just the best ever? And I know reading glasses, although little and not expensive, are one of my
good gift.
favorites because
Virginia thinks it was Cindy Lou Who at the door.
And you know what? I bet it was.
It probably was.
It probably was. And Grinchy just had to go chat with her for a little while because he is so appreciative of how she stepped in and cared for him when he wasn't so lovable. And all of a sudden, he became much more lovable. And so I wonder, as you're typing in chat, what's the favorite gift you've ever been given? Because
no, this sweater was not my favorite gift ever, but it's close because it's a Merry Grinchmas sweater. See, Merry Grinchmas. Bet you weren't expecting that.
Nope. I bet people thought it was going to be Merry Christmas, but it's Merry Grinchmas. And his heart grew 3 sizes when he got to anticipate a little bit more. And as we were thinking about Grinch and his impact on Christmas and how he's impacted our lives, one of the things I realized is when he thought that gifts were obligatory, that it was the obligation gift that was what people were doing. So I ask you to think in your own world, when have you thought it's Christmas, so I have to give that person something? It's just my obligation. And I know for me, there was a time where I felt so obligated to not maybe even give one gift, but give a certain amount of gift or a certain quantity of gift.
I'm just thinking, I feel obligated to get you a gift every year.
You don't have to.
No? You'd be okay?
I really would be.
Would you?
Yeah, I would.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, so if I give you nothing this year, you'd be okay with that?
Yeah. If it all feels like an obligation.
Would you be excited about that?
If everything you buy me would be an obligation, I think so.
Wow.
Because have you ever noticed that it adds stress in your life? And when you actually end up giving that gift that you gave as an obligation, at least what happened for me in the past is there was this experience that it didn't land very well. Like it just didn't really fall like an amazing gift for the person that I gave it to. So often that obligation gift just doesn't really work. Oh, Virginia says you can give her the gifts. Even if it's an obligation gift, she'll take it.
Oh, is that what Virginia said?
It could be a game changer.
Well, you know what, Virginia? Maybe yours is the lost gift. You know, have you ever done that? Like, I like squirrel gifts away all summer long. And then Christmas comes and I can't remember what I bought or where it is. And sometimes that's annoying. Or I keep buying and then I find the things that I bought and now I have too many gifts for somebody.
And then you have to just tuck them away for another occasion and then you can't find them. Right.
And then birthdays, they grow, and then the gift doesn't fit anymore sometimes.
Right. So then it's okay to give a gift just because you want to give a gift. It doesn't have to be on an occasion. That's kind of part of the fun part, right? And what's the longest time that you've ever bought a gift and then tucked it away and then gone on a scavenger hunt to find it, and then you didn't find it?
Like, did you buy it on Boxing Day for the next year?
What's the longest? I think for me, the longest was about 11 months. And then I found it the next year just in time. Kim's right. The next year. Absolutely. Hunt. And what about a gift that you don't have to go hunting in the cupboards for? What about a gift that can't get lost? What's that? And again, I'm going to keep having people type in chat. What's that favorite gift that you've been given that maybe didn't come from a store? Maybe it really was, like Grinchy said, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And that's that gift of simply being with another, presence. That simple gift that probably lands even more profoundly and lasts longer than all the wrappings and even the thing that was inside the wrappings.
And maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, but you celebrate the holidays. And so that's okay too. Like, if you are during the holidays thinking of giving a gift, then the gift of presence, the gift of sacrifice, or I call it sacrifice, but sacrificial giving means that it's from you, like an act of service, words of affirmation where you encourage somebody. That's cool, eh?
Yeah, and just this weekend, we were having a pre-celebration. Hey, Bonnie. That is fun too. Pictures and gifts that are from the heart.
Oh, she painted a picture.
Oh, she even painted it?
That's awesome.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we were just sharing how we perceived that person was, who she was, how she showed up in the world. And sometimes just being courageous enough to share the thought you have for another and how powerfully they impact your life.
I remember one of the best gifts you got. You spent like 2 years enjoying that gift. And it was a jar full of handmade cards with sayings, encouragement, quotes, things about you on those cards. And so every day you opened the jar, you pulled a card and you read it. It's kind of like having a fortune cookie every day,
except it was
you don't have the cookie.
Right, and I didn't have to put on the calories. So it was a better than a fortune cookie because it was personalized to me.
Oh, a surprise party from friends. That's going to be a little trickier this year, but maybe a surprise party on Zoom from friends.
Right. So I know what our family is doing, which is kind of wild, is playing a game together. Most years we've had, the oven mitts on, and we've been a gift that's been wrapped 7 or 8 times really tight, and there's a timer, and you have to wear the elf hat and pass off the elf hat and the mittens, and it's chaos, and it's a blast. And then this year we're thinking bingo over Zoom. So not quite the same level of presence. Sometimes there's going to be delayed gratification in terms of when we can physically get together. And yet, what are those gifts that you can give even with a twist this year, even if you can't be in the same space? I would love to hear as many ideas as people have so that we can all share in each other's ideas of how do we get to be present without maybe even being physically present with each other.
Bonnie says, are we doing a gift drive this year? Actually, at the office, we are at 5 Corvus Court because I believe Santa Claus Parade's not happening, where the fire department used to pick up gifts. And so we are collecting gifts for that charity for families so unwrapped new toys and such for children.
At 5 Corvus Court.
Yeah.
in Ottawa. So that is fantastic. Just my Hunt Club in Prince of Wales.
Yes, Kristen 48 says, written letters. They are amazing. When you write a letter, and a letter from the heart, yeah, Virginia says a heartfelt letter, those are so cool because you can say things of affirmation,
And
and
it lands,
that lands and it impacts, and people will remember long after how you made them feel, even though they've forgotten what you said, right? Now, the beauty with doing it in writing, if you put it on a card or something like that, is that card can be redone. I know you've written many, many cards to people, and some people call me and they say, you know, the card Yetta wrote me is still on my
15
mantle.
years ago.
I go and I read it every time I need a little boost. And so the handwritten note acknowledging people's character, their beauty, not physical, well, it could be physical, but more their inner beauty and the way they're generous or supportive or encouraging, those kind of things just makes their heart grow 3 times the size.
Like Grinchy.
Like Grinchy.
Right.
Yeah,
like
you're gonna
Grinchy.
we got Grinches all over the place.
Like this Grinchy. See, his heart really did grow. Can I get it right? Yeah, 3 times.
Oh yeah, it's got 3 hearts on there.
Yeah.
3 times heart.
Yeah, his heart grew 3 times.
That's awesome. Now, what's he looking at with his Grinch cam?
He's making sure that people's hearts have connected rather than they're just doing it from a miserly perspective.
A personalized picture puzzle. Wow.
This was kind of my puzzle. As Grinchy was puzzling, I decided to make this puzzle today. And I thought it was kind of personalized because they're doing my motions. Well, it's actually this
up
and
yes,
there, like that.
So she loved this little dollar store puzzle, $1.25, and it took her all of 1 minute to make this morning.
Yeah. So puzzles personalized like that, or a true personalized puzzle would be awesome too. And then the other gifts that I would love for us to unpack is, what's the gift of an experience that maybe we can give another? An experience with us maybe, or simply an experience for them to have an experience that builds memories in their own life.
You know what's an experience I had? And it was beautiful. And it was a time where I was a little down, depressed. The business wasn't going the way I wanted to, and I just was struggling a little bit in my attitude. My stinking thinking was a little bad.
Really?
And one of our friends in the United States took a book, which I don't have here, but I remembered it because Yetta's got the Grinch book here. And she took a book and she read me a bedtime story, and she read it with my name inserted. And then she recorded that on video and sent me the video. And I'm telling you, the waterworks were working.
They still do whenever I play it. I still have it.
Yes, the waterworks work. And that was so encouraging. And what did it cost? It cost, you know, some time, some effort, the thought, the heart thought, and the warmth in her voice as she read it to me. And then to email it, you know, the physical cost in dollars, those old paperbacks or whatever, was nothing. But it was such a beautiful gift.
And then coupons of service. I love that, Kim. And that's something that we've often done. Coupons to say, I'll do the dishes for a year. Because we have this amazing 58-year-old dishwasher in this house that never breaks.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
You know what would be a great gift of an experience? Would be our 31 life step journey. What a great gift that would be, where Yetta and I have recorded 31 videos on how to move your life into a more harmonious state and really improve the way you are. Why do you have fuzzy hands on?
Well, because I'm thinking, as we're talking about 31 life steps, that Grinchy thinks that's a great idea.
Is he?
Yeah, he thinks it's a super idea. See?
Yeah. Well, it's just kind of weird when you don't have the mask
Oh, it'll
on.
be back.
So if you're interested in that, type into the comments and we'll make sure we send out a link to you for the 31 life step journey, which is really a 31 days of a recorded message from Yetta and I with a life step that will help improve or make your life even better.
Yeah, it's really about infusing even greater harmony into the vitality, success, and love that you already experience. It's stepping it up even further so that they can move, everybody can move forward. And here's a question I have though. What are 5 gifts? 5 gifts this year?
Do you have 5 fingers in there?
Yeah. Actually, Grinchy has 5.
4 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, 4 fingers and a thumb. So what are 5 Grinchy gifts? I think the back of Grinchy's hand is cuter. So what are 5 gifts that you can give from the heart this year? That you opens up not only your heart, opens up the heart of those that you gift it to, that receive from you. What are the 5 gifts? Type in chat because it's kind of fun. You'll learn from me and I'll learn from you.
Yeah.
And
so we're not able to travel this year, right? So really it's about coming up with creative ideas and maybe a little bit of travel. Oh, and what's interesting is when the gifts were taken away from Whoville by who? Yours truly. Yeah, you took away the gifts, right? There was still joy, lots of joy. And that's when he realized that gifts come from the heart. So from our house to your house, may you have a Merry Grinchmas. Grinchmas. Okay, I gotta go because I can't keep it straight with Mrs. or Mr. Grinch here. I don't know.
Merry Christmas.